I wouldn't pick the Spurs. I'm going Warriors in 6, no matter the circumstances. And hopefully we can talk during the finals, Cavs and Warriors. But yes, everyone, I think we've known this all season. We're getting a third Cavs Warriors in a row.
Yep, it's no surprise.
No.
If you are surprised, you must haven't been watching basketball because there's clearly a separation between the Cavs and the Warriors and everybody else. Just plain simple.
Definitely. And you know what? I will give the Spurs a fighting chance to get to a Game 7, but even if so, it's Cavs Warriors. I don't think there's any.
No doubt. But I do see the Celtics winning Game 7. I agree with you on that. I do see the Warriors winning. I'm thinking in 6.
Are you going to give the Celtics a game?
No.
Nah.
I think that's another sweep.
I wanted to, but I mean, the Bulls with a healthy Rondo would have swept the Celtics, which that's a cause for concern, dropping 2 to the Chicago Bulls at home. I don't think the Cavs have any problem going into Boston and winning 2 off the bat. I just don't. I don't see it.
Yeah, I totally agree there. All right, man. Well, as always, thanks again. I'll definitely have you on once we get to the NBA Finals. That's gonna be a great show just because round 3.
I'm very excited for the finals, man. I'm very excited for that. So I'll definitely look forward to talking to you then.
All right, man. Take care. Once again, this is Tyler Esparza-Powell. You can check him out, Tyler ESP _ on Twitter, also on Instagram. So go check him out. He's always giving his opinion, always giving his honest opinion.
I appreciate you so much, Ben. Have a blessed weekend.
No problem. Take care, you too. All right. My man Tyler Esparza-Powell. All right. Got to give a shout out to the one, the only, the Chicago Bears fan, the Mitch Trubisky fan. Big L, appreciate you for jumping in. Appreciate you. Chucktown Frank says, at least I hear these dudes are smart, sports smarts. They projected Boston to win. Yeah, Boston, I don't see Boston losing at home. And honestly, I see Bradley Beal either or John Wall not showing up. Plain and simple. They've done it all series. They've had too many ups and downs, and the Wizards don't have enough pieces. So, and this is going to be a great game for Isaiah Thomas. I think that. All right. Also, Chucktown Frank says, okay, I'll take that back. The Bulls with a healthy Rondo would not. If Isaiah wasn't going through the death, Rondo could have handed him and the team would have been in the funk they were in. Yeah, you definitely got to get a point right there. Isaiah Thomas with his sister was definitely a huge, I guess, issue, distraction, not in a bad way, but it was a situation that he had to face and his team had to face with him. So Big F says, not him, Ben. I will never say the Bears QB name. You would never say Mitchell Trubisky, who pulled up to training camp, rookie training camp, and I believe a Toyota Corolla or an old school Camry. So at least the guy is frugal with his money. So, man, big shout out to Big L again, Mitch Trubisky. Uh-oh. Big L says Washington will win in Game 7. Oh, I don't think so. Like I said, I think Bradley Beal or John Wall or both aren't going to show up. If I am wrong, I will definitely say that I was wrong. But I don't see Washington winning. All right, so in this last part of the show, we're going to talk about some of the things that went on from this week. Break it down, give a funny take to it, and let you guys know what's up, what went down. So Sheriff Shaq is considering running for sheriff, I think in the city, I'm going to look it up here, but I don't think that's a good idea. If you see Shaq walking around on the set of TNT, he does not look at all like he can handle being a sheriff, or that he can handle running around or doing anything that a sheriff would do. And I believe he's running for somewhere in Atlanta, if I'm not mistaken. All my Atlanta folks, let me know if I'm wrong. But Shaq is wanting to run for sheriff for 2020. I would say that's definitely a negative. Not a good idea. Don't do it. Just don't. Chucktown Frank says, but Big L is a Bears fan, so how can you predict a winner? Laugh out loud. All right, so other news here. This issue between the 2008 Celtics and Ray Allen is getting out of hand. It's starting to, I would compare it to this KD Russell Westbrook dispute, which, a side note, sidebar, Westbrook and Durant are supposedly on talking terms. So maybe they went out and got a donut somewhere. Maybe they got some coffee at Starbucks or something like that. But this Ray Allen versus the Celtics thing, Ray Allen still won a championship with you guys. It's not as if you guys lost the championship game and didn't win it, and Ray Allen went somewhere else to win his first and only championship. That's not how it happened. Ray Allen helped the Celtics win. So on both sides, they need to come together and just chill. Come together and chill. I get that Ray Allen is wanting to go back and forth with Rondo and with everything going on, but just sit down, have a meeting, and get over it. This is from 2008. Okay, Ray Allen's retired. Most of those guys from the Celtics are retired. So sit down, have a meeting. Go to Area 21 on TNT after the game, Ray Allen. Sit down with KG, talk it up, and just chill. Ms. Mocha Bella says, Ben, if the orange man can be president, Shaq can run the office in Atlanta. You got a great point. You definitely got a great point right there. All right. Chucktown Frank says, I'm with you, Big L. Rep your city. I rep Charleston. And them MFers, he said, have been have my people enslaved. Go figure. Bulls, some. Big L says Bulls, some have beat the Celtics. Ms. Mocha Bella says it's been 10 years. They have to move on. Be grown men about it. I agree, Mocha Bella. Good comment right there. I agree. Get over it. And Big O says the Heat didn't make a playoffs. I predicted that. Uh-oh. Here we go. Big L, shots fired. Shots fired at Mocha Bella. We'll see what happens there. Shots fired. All right. So let's talk about Draymond Green again. He comments on Kelly Olynyk, I believe, calling him a joke, calling Kelly Olynyk a dirty player. Isaiah Thomas says, I don't know how he can call anybody dirty. Isaiah Thomas has got a good point. Draymond Green is not the cleanest guy. He's not the cleanest guy, not the cleanest person on the court. So Isaiah Thomas has got to get a point. Draymond Green comes back with probably the best comeback ever, and he says, get past this series first. Which is a great point. That is a tremendous point, because they haven't gotten past this series yet. They are going to Game 7. So that was a pretty good shots fired there back at Isaiah Thomas. All right, so earlier in the show, we kind of played a little game, said who's staying, who's going in the NBA. There was a couple of names that I wanted to go back to. One of them is KD. KD signed basically like a 1-and-1 type deal. So 1 year guaranteed, the other year he can opt out. Do you guys see KD opting out? I would say no. You are in the best position to win an NBA championship. Why would you leave? Sign a long-term deal, no matter what it is, and stay there. Because also, Steph is a free agent after this season. And the Warriors are going to have to pay him. They're going to have to eventually pay KD. So the Warriors' pockets, I don't know how deep they are, but that's an interesting situation with all those guys they're going to have to pay. But I see KD staying. I don't see him leaving. I don't see why he would. Also, the name that I wanted to bring up. So the whole Melo situation has gotten so completely out of hand. People, and when I say people, Phil Jackson with shots fired, it seems like every single week at Melo. I don't understand. If you want to trade the guy, just trade the guy. But don't continue to berate the best player that the Knicks have and probably have had in like the past 10 years. Don't do that. It's disrespectful. It makes you look like you're singling him out. If you want to trade him. Just try to make the deal happen. So he comes out this week and says, we're going to try to make a deal happen. We're going to try to make a move. I believe Melo is talking about waiving his trade clause. And I think he's gone. I see him going to the Clippers because I think Blake Griffin and Chris Paul is gone. And what better situation than Melo to step in there and add on to that team. So that's my thoughts. I think Melo is definitely gone. Maybe to the Celtics. I don't know. That maybe still be a thing that could happen. All right. Also, the NBA had the draft combine. I believe that was last year. And Kevin Durant basically says that the players shouldn't go to the NBA draft combine. Part of the reason is he's got embarrassed during his time at the combine. They were cracking on his arms and his legs and how skinny they were. They were cracking on he is a skinny guy. He still, it's not as if Kevin Durant has just boosted up in size or weight. I mean, he's went up a little bit. But he's still kind of butthurt from his experience. But John Calipari jumps in and says you shouldn't go either. And his take on it is basically like if you don't have to go, don't go. If your stock is already high, why go? If you have a chance of getting injured, why do you go? And I think the NBA draft combine is a little bit different. I don't see it as important as the NFL draft combine. The NFL draft combine, every single thing is measured. Everything. And top people in the organization look at all of those things. So, to me, skip the NBA draft combine. Who cares? If your stock is high and teams were already talking about you in college, why go to the NBA draft combine? Now, if you're a guy that plays for a team that doesn't get a lot of recognition, is not watched often, then I would say go to the combine because then you can do some things that maybe these NBA executives haven't seen. Miss Mocha Bella says, Big L, worry about your sorry Bears and Mitchell Trubisky. Chucktown Frank says, Mocha, I truly agree. I grew up with Victor Hill, who is the sheriff of Clayton County here in ATL. Look him up and all he has done. If he can win and Trump can win, Shaq is a shoo-in and will probably make a difference.